Well, it happened when I was 16, 17 years old. I wanted to play hockey professionally, and I had a major injury at 17, and I hadn't played golf at all at that point. And with the shoulder injury, I decided, okay, after that, I wanted to play golf. And my brother-in-law was two brother-in-laws were in the golf business, and they influenced me. I said, go to Guelph University, see how you like it. And then I branched out from there and wanted to be a superintendent at that point. It was interesting to start because I had the option of moving to Toronto or to Beaconsfield. And I let my wife take the choice. And my first choice was Beaconsfield, but I wanted her to, she's from Ontario originally, so I said, it's your choice. So she came to the West Island. My daughter lived here, so at that point we decided to come here, and plus the Canadian Amateur was coming up here. And I decided that I wanted to give it a go because they had the Des Maurier Classic here a few times, and it was a failure in the fact that the turf wasn't too good on the golf course. So it was that challenge to make the Canadian Amateur one of the best tournaments ever at this place. And it did work out. So thanks to Mark Tremblay. Probably the Canadian Amateur. When we had that tournament, like it was, the big question was, can we make the course tough enough? So needless to say, I over-fertilized the roughs and stuff like that. The roughs were like 4 or 5 inches long. It was a tight golf course. And it ended up the young kid that was 16 years old that hit the ball straight ended up winning the Canadian Amateur. I forget what his name was, but it was just a treat to watch, and we had the greens at good speeds at that time, and it was probably one of the most rewarding experiences. And just keeping this golf course in condition that the members would like the playing conditions, because before that there was a lot of years that they had conditions that weren't up to standard. And to bring back the name, the course wasn't even rated back in the 2000. It wasn't even rated on Scores magazine, and we brought it down to 65th in Canada at that point. So it was a real honor to bring back our ratings back where they should be. Probably marrying the right lady, and grandchildren that we have right now is just incredible. Yesterday I was at a graduation of Olivia, 12-year-old. I have 4 grandchildren, and that's the highlights of my life right now. It makes it worthwhile living and passing on what I learned in life. So, and it, you think about it every day of just going to see them and just enjoying being with them. And being in the golf course business, we missed a lot of bringing up families, so it's reliving what I missed bringing up a family. Okay. I've been very fortunate to play in Scotland. I played at the old course probably 20-some times now. And Walter Woods was the superintendent of St. Andrews, and I spoke to Louis and Shep, and I said, yeah, I'd love to treat you guys to go over to Scotland. And I didn't know if they'd say yes or no, and they said, okay, we're on. So right after the Dunhill Classic at St. Andrews, we teed it up. We played over there. We played Kings Barnes. We partied hard, played golf hard, and it was fantastic with these guys. We had a really good, we went as high as further north. We went up to Dornoch, and yeah, it was a great experience. Both guys are great golfers. Louis ended up winning the matches, and I bought a Clarence jug that was about this high, and every time we went out for supper and that, we'd take the jug, and it had to be at our table. So a lot of people were questioning, who are these guys and stuff like that. And yeah, we had a great time together. They're enjoyable members to be around, and I love treating them to some great golf courses over there. And one of the most fondest memories of St. Andrews was with my son. His graduation present from Guelph University was to go to St. Andrews with me to have a head-to-head match. And he played on the Guelph golf team, and what happened was I I was up by 4 shots going into the back 9, and the kid had 5 birdies and ended up beating me by 1 shot on the old course. So we went and had a few beer, and then we're playing at Prestwick the next morning, and I forgot to book a place, and we ended up sleeping in our car in the parking lot at Prestwick. So it was a total good time over there with them also. This time it's mainly family, but I'm consulting a day and a half a week, approximately, selling a bit of fertilizers here and there. And the main thing is fishing, playing golf once a week. I'm going out in Lake Ontario to go fishing again, probably in 2 weeks, bass fishing. I did lake trout fishing 3 weeks ago, and it was fantastic. Fantastic. So, yeah, lots of fishing, family, and golf. I'd like to especially thank Don Ross, Doug Scott, Andre Morneau, the guys that hired me at Beaconsfield that knew that I could do the job here. And I'd personally like to thank my wife for the job that she did here on the Audubon, and certifying this golf course was a big task to do at Beaconsfield because it's a city golf course, and she did a tremendous job setting it up and all the office work that she did for me. I'd like to especially thank her for what she did for me as I was able to stay out in the golf course and look after the turf for the members of Beaconsfield.